Hello there, everybody. Welcome back to 5 Minute Gaming News, the show that made it for another week. We're still doing this. Lots of stuff to talk about before the weekend, so let's jump right in. First, from the world of Twitch, they are finally updating their username and display name policy in order to prevent some of the widespread toxicity on their platform. Moving forward, usernames and display names may not feature breaking the law, violence, impersonation, references to drugs, sexual acts, and more. And if you're thinking there is no reason rules like this shouldn't have been put in place from the beginning, well, I agree. Although, just looking at recent news, it definitely seems like it's a measure designed to fight the hate raids and harassment campaigns, which thankfully have never been a problem for me because I've got a community of beautiful angels, sweet little cherubs you are. However, it does mean I'm gonna have to change my alt account's name from Doomy22. In other news, Ubisoft and NFTs again. Oh my god. Look. NFTs are a scam. I've been saying it for weeks. Look at all this. But it's also scams within scams. You see, for those of you who don't know, there's a thing called the sandbox, which is being pitched as a game, but is really just virtual real estate. Companies and people, but mostly companies, can buy this virtual real estate and then make a virtual main street and then sell virtual crap to virtual people. And the game part comes from people that don't understand what a video game is. And if rightly you're wondering, who would go to a virtual world to buy virtual goods from virtual companies? The answer is no one. Why do all of that when I can just click a button on my phone and be done in 30 seconds? Well, the sandbox, like most NFT and blockchain garbage, is designed to bilk businesses trying to get in early on new tech by selling them a future that in all likelihood will never exist. Seriously, no one is going to pick up a VR headset and go to a VR main street over laying in bed and clicking on a phone. But companies run by people with no clue, listening to people trying to get their money, are convinced this will be the case. So anyway, back to Ubisoft. They're bringing Rabbids to the sandbox because Ubisoft is 100% in on NFTs, and this FOMO of not being there at the start of something big is overvalued internally versus public opinion. So yeah, Ubisoft still sucks, and this story sucks, and I hate doing these. But I'm not going to stop until they stop. In other news, coming off the story of Microsoft's purchase of Activision Blizzard, a lot of people who were playing, say, Call of Duty on PlayStation were wondering, what's going to happen? Well, we have word today that Microsoft will not just honor existing contracts, but also continue to release games on PlayStation into the future. President Brad Smith addressed the concern, saying, to be clear, Microsoft will continue to make Call of Duty and other popular Activision Blizzard titles available on PlayStation through the term of any existing agreement with Activision. And we have committed to Sony that we will also make them available on PlayStation beyond the existing agreement and into the future so that Sony fans can continue to enjoy the games they love. He added that they're looking to keep shipping games for Nintendo as well, and while I'm sure there'll be caveats and businessy things here and there, I think this is actually a positive for the entire community, and more importantly, it's Microsoft. They're trying to make a buck, and this is actually a pretty smart way of doing it. All COD fans get to enjoy COD. So there you go. Speaking of Activision Blizzard, I was researching a story about the new Hearthstone update launching February 15th, and I realized, boy, I just haven't cared about Hearthstone in years. So me doing a news story about how they're trying to sell you a $70 golden set of cards while stupid, it really doesn't matter all that much to me. What does matter is that while looking up information, I stumbled across a series of Hearthstone videos by my son? I mean, look at this. It's uncanny. There's not even a joke here. I don't know what to make of this. This is like my mom tells me that she sees people that look like me all the time, and I'm like, you're just talking about like fat gaming nerds. And she's like, no, there are people who look like you. There are apparently a lot. We discovered today while looking up stuff that apparently there's a lot of Jessies out there, and that is all right by me. Hello, sons. And lastly, a shout out to Esports, which is being included in this year's 2022 Commonwealth Games. But if you're an American, like me, who up until dating a girl from Britain had no idea what it was, let me explain. It's basically an international sporting event featuring former territories of the British Empire. And this year, for the first time, esports will be included, although kind of separate with their own branding and medals, but I guess it's the thought that counts. The Commonwealth Esports Championship hasn't really shown what games will be included as of yet, but we can expect the big ones to be there. And frankly, any and every way that esports can be featured on the world stage and get that kind of exposure, I think is amazing for the community. So I wish them all the best of luck, and I wish you the best of luck with your weekend. I hope you have a lovely one. And speaking of lovely, all those people over on patreon.com/JesseCox, that is a segue, especially Max Weller, Christopher Lowe, and Martin Kramer, thank you so much. That's it for me for this week. I'll see you on Monday with another episode of 5 Minute Gaming News.